Hey YouTube, this is Mike Morse, the frustrated farmer, and my lettuce is starting to bolt. We're starting to push towards July, and as many people don't think Washington gets hot. Well, it does get hot, and so even our lettuce starts to bolt after a while. So I've gone ahead and kind of cleaned up a little bit of this lettuce, and it's the butter lettuce. And then I've got planted all over the garden. I've got lettuce, and I've already taken this as well, and I've got a little bit more lettuce that I'll get for another week on this, but it's starting to get towards the end of its lifespan. Ignore everything else in the middle. This is only on lettuce. You can focus on the lettuce. So here's an example of lettuce, and as you can see, we have been eating lettuce like crazy since about mid-March. I've way overplanted, but again, I wanted the visual, and I was trying to eat a little bit healthier, so I assumed I was going to need more. But as you can see, right here is what lettuce starts to look like when it bolts. So for those of you that have never grown lettuce, this is still a pretty decent little head. It's leaf lettuce, it's not really head lettuce. But as it gets hotter, your plant's going to want to start to grow these little shoots. That's where the flowers are going to come from. So if you want to try to suppress bolting and to get at least another week or two on your lettuce, you need to come in and clip this. A lot of people don't eat it. I find that the leaves are perfectly fine to eat. So now I don't need to do it because I got plenty of lettuce. But as you can see, here's another example of bolting. Here's another example of bolting. And the lettuce can be a little more bitter sometimes. Here's another example, and here's just the beginning. But if you look under, the plant still has lots of good growth. So, my time for lettuce is just about over, but I can still get a little bit left if I'm pretty diligent right now in keeping it from bolting. Here's a really good example of bolting lettuce. So again, for those of you that are just thinking about growing lettuce next year in your garden, it's probably too late now. Or if you have lettuce and you're like, well, I really can't use this, it's still usable. But once you start letting this get more of a flower head, I'd probably cut this off, and I'd probably just use these leaves down here, and I'd cut that off. But I'll still get a little bit. I used this a couple days ago. It still has a couple good leaves, and we'll see if we get any more. Here's my last area of lettuce, and as you can see, this is really starting to bolt as well. You can kind of see that flower head starting to form. So I'll probably go down and cut it right about here and see if I can't salvage some of these leaves and get another week's worth, maybe 2 weeks out of this garden. So anyway, just wanted to do a little update on what to kind of look for with regards to lettuce bolting. I know a lot of you are going to be going through this just like I am, so maybe this is timely for you. If you live a little bit higher than I do in a little colder area like maybe Minnesota, you guys should still be good, but this is what you're going to want to look out for. You're going to look out for these little flower pods, and when it starts to really go vertical versus leaping out horizontally. Okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you find it useful and get an extra week or two out of your lettuce garden. Until next time, this is the Frustrated Farmer signing off. Take care.